Good evening, folks. Tonight, we're going to talk about how the justice system prevailed in Kenosha County, Wisconsin, aka Kenosha, Wisconsin. First off, Kyle Rittenhouse's attorney delivered the hard-earned truth and pretty much proved that the case never should have been there in the first place. First off, I get it. And Common Sense 101. We're going to start with Common Sense 101, how the defense broke it down. Common Sense 101. First off, you never charge anybody with a knife or any kind of thing like that. Never bring a knife to a gun battle is rule number one. Which is pretty much what they did. The one guy did with the skateboard, hitting him upside the head with a skateboard. And then the other guy, who had a gun, pointed it at him. But then the other guy was reaching for his gun, but then he pulled out and shot. Shot two guys, killing them. Killed the guy with the skateboard and the other guy. And then there's the other guy who was wounded. Which is how you do it. That's called self-defense. It's a self-defense type of thing is what the defense was proving. And the evidence clearly shows it. And the judge clearly proved it all the way across the board. And the judge clearly said that the minor, and the judge asked the prosecution, because they started to say illegal fire, possessing without, I can't remember what the charge was. I think it was possessing a firearm without consent or something like that I can't remember. I gotta look at the charges again. But that was dismissed. That charge was dismissed because the barrel had to be like a certain length in which it wasn't that long. I think it was possessing a firearm under the age of 18, because he was only 17 at the time. But apparently, that would have been the only charge they would have gotten him on if only it was a different kind of that weapon. But it was an AR-15, but apparently that AR-15 was just small enough, and they couldn't get him on that charge. So the judge said, dismissed. And the judge even asked the prosecution what size it was. And they said it wasn't that size. So, case dismissed. At least that charge. So, on to the next charge. Pretty much, they charged him with murder and everything else. They couldn't really charge him with anything else. They charged him with with several different counts. But pretty much, they didn't really had a murder case in the first place. They had no case. The prosecution never really had a case from the very beginning. First off. The murder charge never should have even been on the table in the first place. The only thing he was ever really guilty of is defending himself. Everything else, not guilty. That would have been my only charge. Not guilty would have been not guilty. He would only be guilty, yes. This would be my opening statement. My client is only guilty of self-defense. And then I just keep on going and going about how it all should be done and about what they should do. And sure enough, it is proven that you do not mess around with these kind of things. And second of all, the prosecution, when they came at this guy, this not guilty verdict also proves that he was a man of honor, and he also stood up to people, was also, with the prosecution attacking Rittenhouse, was also like an attack on our Second Amendment. And this not guilty verdict proves that we are not longer, that we are still a capitalist country and we're still a free country at least. And it says you're a free man. At least. But now, hearing people say all these things, I can see him doing a backlash. And now, leftists are literally going crazy, and so are liberals. They're literally losing their mind over this, which I'm loving every bit of it. These liberals are literally crying. Which I'm fine with. I mean, it'd be no different if you took a knife. And that's the simple words. Never bring a knife to a gun battle. I mean, this is like what it is, okay? I'm gonna make this simple. Soldier front. You got conservatives who have guns and bayonets stuck in, and the soldier says, and the general says, fix bayonets. Okay? Take a bayonet, stick it at the end of your gun. While you have the liberals over there, all they have are knives. They don't have guns. Well, here we are. Charge! They come charging at us with knives, and all we got are guns. Like I said, all the general has to say is stop. We look at, general looks out through the scope, sees them coming at you. Knives. Oh my gosh, this is an easy battle. Mow them down, because they're coming at us. But the prosecution's argument was lame. But literally, you compare people charging at you with a knife. That's literally what this came down to. Never. Then the other guy pointed a gun at you, literally destroyed his own case. Literally destroyed the state's case, state of Wisconsin's case, when he pointed a gun at him. He literally destroyed the case when he pointed the gun at Rittenhouse. That there sealed the deal. You don't do that. Well, with that being said, I'm out of here. That being said, peace.